So Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs are doing it again, and this is starting to be a every February thing, man. And when I say it's starting to be a every February thing, it's like to the point where, not every February, but every January and February, it's at the point where it's like, we're seeing the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes playing their best football. And that's just how it's been for years now. I mean, the Kansas City Chiefs, they face the Philadelphia Eagles in Super Bowl 59 at the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans on Sunday, February 9th. And it's set to be a good one, You know that the Eagles are going to have a shot at revenge, obviously, on February 9th when they face the Kansas City Chiefs in a rematch of, the last Super Bowl, where obviously we won. But it was a shootout. It was 38-35, and that happened in Arizona. So the Kansas City Chiefs are still facing this task, this tough, tall task that's ahead of them. But they've, faced it pretty well this year. I mean, all teams that had a chance to three-peat didn't even make it to the Super Bowl. So the Kansas City Chiefs already, got past all them other teams that had a chance to three-peat. And now the Chiefs are chasing this three-peat where Mahomes will be getting his fourth ring before the age of 30. Obviously, Mahomes, he has to be Mahomes. That's what we say every playoff game. Patrick Mahomes has to continue to be Patrick Mahomes, right? The Chiefs, we have to continue to find a way to play great football, And the Chiefs could beat you on all three phases, man. Special teams, offense, defense. The Chiefs, they are that team. Now, we know, obviously, Philly, right? They just scored 55 points, and now they're going to play the Chiefs. And they probably feel like they should have beaten us last time, right? But there's a lot of psychological stuff that Philadelphia is going to have to deal with because you're going against a guy like Patrick Mahomes. And Mahomes is at that point, he's at that point where he has that Tom Brady type of power on other teams. Every time Patrick Mahomes has the ball, they're like, oh, man, it's Pat Mahomes with the ball. Like, these defenses are scared, And Mahomes, like I say, he's only 29. He's primed to become just the third quarterback in NFL history to start in 5 Super Bowls behind only Tom Brady, who did it at the age of 34, and John Elway at the age of 38. So the Kansas City Chiefs are looking absolutely scary, man. I mean, history wasn't on their side at first, and somehow they flipped history to their side. Mahomes is undefeated in domes. And Mahomes is undefeated against Eagles defensive coordinator Vic Fangio with an 8-0 record. So the Kansas City Chiefs are looking very scary, and they have a chance to prove why they're the greatest dynasty. I mean, this Chiefs team, it's just too good, man. Before the month ends, I'm definitely gonna get like a video where I show y'all film, and we're gonna break down this Kansas City Chiefs defense because, man, this defense is absolutely insane. But the Chiefs have now won 9 consecutive playoff games, and we seek to make it 10 in New Orleans. So no other team in recent years have looked even closer navigating postseason football with the same authority and, the same understanding that the Chiefs have. I mean, literally our success, it messes up the peak years of Lamar and Josh Allen, and it kind of messes them up from their own Super Bowl glory, Travis Kelce, he looked as bad as ever, like he posted career low numbers in the regular season, only to spark into life with a 100-yard game against the Texans in the divisional round. And then he made only 2 catches in the win over the Bills, which is okay because, he didn't really have to do much. Then Xavier Worthy led the way with 6 catches for 85 yards and a touchdown. So the Chiefs, they've suffered through injuries, they suffered through inefficiency, but the Chiefs offense still found a way. Still found a way. Kelce, he was still out there blocking. He's making plays, a crucial block that helped Mahomes get into the end zone. I love the Chiefs because they do everything that they have to do. The Patriots, they obviously redefined what a dynasty was. The Kansas City Chiefs are doing it way better, man. And honestly, the Kansas City Chiefs are the real dynasty. And they just look great. The Chiefs, they are too good, man. Too much guys. Too much good guys on this team. Too much weapons. I mean, just a great football team. Like, they're great on offense. They're great on defense. And they're great on special teams. So against the Philadelphia Eagles, the Kansas City Chiefs know what they're going to have to do. And even Adam Vinatieri himself, who obviously played with Tom Brady, he even said it himself, man, if Patrick Mahomes wins this Super Bowl, you got to put him firmly in the GOAT conversation. What Patrick Mahomes is doing is not normal. This is not normal at all. I mean, this is something that we've never seen. And Patrick Mahomes, he looks great. I mean, he's out there playing his best football in January. And Josh Allen, man, like, gotta give it to him. You know, he fights. He always tries his hardest against the Chiefs. He gives it all he has. But when you're going against a guy like Patrick Mahomes, man, it's just not easy to win. You know, that's just the honest, harsh truth. When you're going against a player like Patrick Mahomes, it's just not going to be easy for you to win, man. And the worst thing about it is, like, well, the worst thing for other teams is, like, as soon as you think the Chiefs wouldn't come out with a new way to score, they over here drawing design runs for Patrick Mahomes. So Andy Reid being the greatest, Andy Reid being the greatest head coach of all time, and then with Travis Kelce, it's insane with Patrick Mahomes. But the only thing is, Travis Kelce might retire after this Super Bowl. I hope he don't, but I'm hearing it's a chance that he actually might retire after. But even if Travis Kelce does retire, man, there's still plenty of reasons to believe why the Kansas City Chiefs will still be a hell of a team, man. Like, this Chiefs team is just on a whole nother level, and it's showing. It's showing. Patrick Mahomes, he look like he's not slowing down anytime soon. He's just going to keep adding on to his resume. I mean, I even believe that Mahomes will win an MVP next year. I think he's going to bounce back because his seasons has been pretty bad, statistically wise in the regular season. But he's been through things that wasn't supposed to happen, like obviously losing your wide receiver 1 and your wide receiver 2. And then, a rookie wide receiver becomes your wide receiver 1. So obviously Patrick Mahomes has been through some things, and he has been getting tested. So that's definitely, that plays a big role into why his seasons hasn't looked as strong as previous years. And another thing is, Patrick Mahomes is probably just starting not to care about the regular season. I mean, when you having all this postseason success, how could you really care for the regular season, But this Chiefs team, man, they're just too good. I mean, since 2018, no team has won more regular season or postseason games than the Kansas City Chiefs. And, they're going to the Super Bowl for the 3rd consecutive year. And the 5th time in 6 years. They've won 3 rings in that span already. And now, like I said, they're aiming to become the first NFL team to ever win 3 straight Super Bowls. So this team, this is something we've never seen before, And they're just the best, and I think they're better than the dynasty with the Pats. I think they're better than any dynasty we've ever seen. Obviously, the Chicago Bulls is like probably the greatest dynasty in sports history, but the Kansas City Chiefs are starting to pass them, in my opinion, as well. I mean, Andy Reid, like, how could you hate Andy Reid, man? He's just a great coach. I don't know how you could hate Kansas City. I'm not from Kansas City. I admit that a lot. Y'all could call me a bandwagon. I promise I'm not a bandwagon. I'm just not from Kansas City. I mean, I live in New York, but I love the Chiefs, man. I rep the Chiefs so heavy, bro. I'm literally the only Chiefs fan in New York, bro. Like, I'm the only dude out here walking around in New York with a Chiefs hat. No one likes the Chiefs in New York. I'm not in Buffalo. I'm in Brooklyn. But even when I was out there in Buffalo, when I went there a few times, I repped the Chiefs. I went to a Jets versus Chiefs game. I was the only dude in where I was literally one of the only dudes in the crowd in Chiefs gear, and I'm a New Yorker. So I rep the Chiefs, man. Can't say I'm not a real fan. I mean, dudes want to beat me up over the Chiefs. But I don't really care. Nobody beating me up. But, yeah, man, I know Kansas City is still a great town. It got a lot of, great, it has a lot of great food places. That's what I heard. I heard the barbecue is amazing. I heard Kansas City is just a lovely place. You got guys like Paul Rudd, and just dudes that's from there. And I would love to go to Kansas City one day. I plan to. So I don't see how people could actually hate Kansas City, Missouri. I don't see how people could hate the Chiefs. But obviously, when your team is not beating them, you're going to hate them. So we have to three-peat, and it just starts with being the Philadelphia Eagles. So if you like this video, man, like and subscribe to your boy Chiefs Priority, and I'm out, man. Peace. Great content all year. We not playing. Let's get